Get ready to have your minds blown. I'm going to talk about another highly unusual alien race. Now, it may be difficult to wrap one's head around how they can exist, but as I've been illustrating in this video series, alien life is extremely diverse throughout our universe. Our current understanding on Earth of what it means to live and how one can live is very narrow. So discussing this group may challenge ideas of what life means. In my determination to figure out what I had previously seen but did not understand, I traveled to this planet a third time. It was on this visit that I officially met these beings. I encountered human-looking men and women who were frolicking and dancing amongst these rolling grassy hills. I don't think I've ever been this happy and carefree in my own life, nor have I met someone else on Earth who was. Suddenly, a physically fit, bald man who looks to be in his 40s comes up to me, puts his arm around my shoulders in a friendly manner, and starts introducing me to the others. They're all smiling while shaking my hand and telling me their names. It felt like I was a featured guest at an awesome party. It all felt so real. I could experience the sensations of being pulled around by my hand and dancing with these other people, and their excitement was infectious. I did not have any fear, as I knew these beings meant me no harm. This is an alien race that I have developed a close relationship with over the years. I even speak regularly with the leader there, as he has been a mentor to me. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the Zavijavans, an alien race known across the universe as the creators of enlightenment. Greetings and welcome to the channel. My name is Erin and I'm an Akashic record researcher and galactic channel. And today we're going to feature a fascinating and important planetary race in our universe. This previously undiscovered alien race inhabits the planet with the Bayer designation of Beta Virginis in the Virgo Constellation. Now, I've discussed a few other life forms on neighboring Virgo Constellation realms in past videos, so feel free to check those out. This planet also has the Arabic name of Zavijavan, which the beings prefer to be known as Zavijavans versus Beta Virginises. Zavijavan is in that section of the Virgo constellation that is dark and doesn't have any suns. Not that it affects them in the least. Porrima is another alien race in that dark section of Virgo and whose planet is impacted positively by the Zavijavan energies. Link to that video will also be below. While Zavijavan is a non-physical realm, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, they can present as physical beings. So let me elaborate. The exterior of their planet is this black expanse of nothingness with no visible borders. And the Zavijavan beings in their natural or external form present as golden orbs that are suspended within this blackness. And they seem evenly spaced apart, so no orbs are touching each other. And the orbs don't seem to change location or move around amongst the blackness. And these orbs show the colors of the 7 chakras in the physical down their centers. And the spread of these chakra colors extends out past these orb structures and are visually balanced out. These golden orbs can also shape shift into glowing golden outlines of whatever they please while maintaining these 7 same chakra colors. But their default appearance is the orb. The first few times I accessed Zavijavan via astral travel, I only saw this external view of the planet, and it was bizarre and it confused me. And I thought, so they just live their lives as stationary golden orbs? That didn't seem very exciting or plausible. In hindsight, I now think the shape-shifting was a way for them to communicate with me. However, I was relatively new to all this and couldn't really make sense of what I was experiencing. So upon my third visit to Zavijavan, I was suddenly sucked into their internal life. And it was very vastly different. I was not brought inside any structure, inside any planet, nor brought underground. I was just transported to a different energetic plane of existence. Once I was moved to this other energetic plane, the beings looked like Earth humans, and they appeared and behaved as if they were completely physical. Gone were the stationary golden orbs amongst the blackness, and what was now in front of me was a vibrant physical world populated by joyous human beings. This is a difficult concept to grasp, but if you saw my Schedar video already, you'd have the background to understand this. The Zavijavans exist similarly to the Schedarians, but instead of outwardly projecting, as they do on Schedar, the Zavijavans' life is an internal projection. Did I mention how happy they are? Even saying the name Zavijava is kind of fun. They're exuberant about life in general, and every day is a party. However, they are not human, nor are they even physical, even though they look like they are. All this is simply a very convincing internal projection. They are projecting or showing themselves as Earth humans to relate to me and make me feel more comfortable. If I was a blue avian or a Syrma being visiting there, they'd all present themselves as Syrmas. They can also change the background appearance of their internal world. Each time I visit there, I'm greeted with a different environment. And this is not because I'm being brought to a different location on their planet, but they are all projecting this scene at that time. I suppose they like variety because it is the spice to life after all. For example, I've been where it was a snowy mountain scene when they were all on ski lifts and skiing, and some others were making snowmen and playing in the snow. I've been in a psychedelic colored rainforest with a sandy beach, or even grassy hills with everyone running around and singing. The Zavijavans often change their own world to suit their desires and for fun. An individual Zavijavan being can also create their own background that is different from the rest of the population to follow their own bliss. Whenever I'm shown any type of physical structure on their planet, whether it's a ski lift or a building, it's only a very convincing internal projection. There is nothing material, tangible, or physical anywhere externally or internally on Zavijava. They have shown me that they can turn on or off the projection from vibrancy to blackness with a blink of an eye. Zavijava has always been a benevolent group and is in the 15th dimension. They are one of the major players in our universe, and these beings serve many important roles for all planets. This planetary group not only created the codes to enlightenment for the universe to use, but they also maintain the balance between good, evil, and neutral energies. So let me first explain what I mean by the term enlightenment. Someone who has mastered the art of enlightenment is not affected in the least by outside experiences or chaos around them. All of us control our experiences and reactions to the world around us internally. Someone who is truly enlightened has no issue with whatever is happening outside of them, good or bad, and instead remains completely blissful and balanced energetically. This explains why a Zavijavan can also create their own individual backgrounds. So when you're enlightened, you can create your own universe, regardless of what's happening around you. The Zavijavan's first job was to create these enlightenment codes, which they did, but they no longer have them on their planet. Since they now embody enlightenment through their very existence, they no longer need to hold on to these codes. Therefore, being the service-oriented group that they are, the Zavijavans gave the codes to another planet in Virgo called Spica. The Spicans now have these codes on their planet. It is important to mention that I did not discover the Spicans. They were an already known ET starseed group. As well, it's already known that the Spicans had possession of those codes, but it was not known who developed those codes initially, until now that is. Their intention to spread enlightenment didn't stop with Spica. The Zavijavans also teach other alien races the art of enlightenment. And they have tutored many other groups, not only near to their world, but also far and wide. So whatever group wants to master the art of enlightenment can learn from them. Zavijava has many other codes they've developed over the millenniums. These codes are all kept in a specific location on their planet, which I've been brought to before. The place where the codes are kept appear like an elaborate golden library or temple, where all these codes are carefully cataloged. Now, when I say golden library, this is not to infer that these codes are in the Akashic record library. These are two completely different locations. So to me, the codes look like colorful light versions of DNA strands. And some codes are larger or present with like thicker strands than others. And the Enlightenment codes were apparently massive inside because they still have the empty space for those codes, which are now located on Spica, as I mentioned earlier. So the former location of the Enlightenment codes, of which I was shown, took up a lot more space than the other ones there. And it's referred to as a baseline code. So I speculate that's why it was so large in comparison to the other codes. So the Zavijavans do not have every code in the universe, just a lot of them. Now let's talk about how they maintain the positive, negative, neutral, energetic balances in the universe. I imagine this is no small task and would take a very powerful group to do this. The Zavijavans do their work usually via large-scale energy manipulation. While they do participate in the Galactic Federation of Light, they don't have any UFOs, technology, or weapons. There's simply no need for such things. The Zavijavans are often used as the energetic big guns to balance out good and evil throughout the universe. They may be brought in at a later stage to manifest a specific energy as needed. Let's just say, as delightful, benevolent, and fun as these alien beings are, no one messes with the Zavijavans. While these beings don't use any tech gadgets, they did create the crystal tool called shungite. This substance is not found on their planet. This black, non-crystalline structured crystal was manifested by the Zavijavans approximately 15,000 years ago and given to Earth as a tool to assist in our ascension. It is the only substance found on Earth that contains something called fullerenes. Its chemical makeup is a mystery with the mineral scientists as they believe that it came from Earth, but nothing else like it exists on Earth. The Zavijavans gave us shungite to help clear out the negativity that's rampant here. Shungite stimulates and works on all 7 of our physical chakras to balance them out. This is why this crystal is known for its tremendous healing properties, as physical disease begins with an energetic imbalances. Shungite is a gift that the Zavijavans clandestinely gave us to help. Zavijava is sparsely populated. Perhaps less than 6,000 souls are currently incarnated there. The realm does not seem particularly crowded, although many will gather at times. And I was told that, our realm is as expansive or as small as we collectively want it to be. Every soul has plenty of space, both internally and externally, to explore. There are animals who live on Zavijava, and they have the same type of enlightened existence. The Zavijavans live in harmony with the animal life there. Since Zavijavan beings, animal or human, don't need to eat or drink anything to survive, there's no hunting of animals or need to grow food. When I asked if the Zavijavans get married or have their own families, I received the response that marriage is a material and control concept, that they generally do mate for life, but there's no need for marriage. All Zavijavans seem to get along well with each other. There's no discord in their society. They speak only telepathically amongst themselves, so there's no spoken or written language they use. Since they are light beings, they don't have physical bodies, they could potentially live forever. However, a lifetime will need to be reset, for a new chapter to experience something different and hence learn something in a new way. So therefore, a soul will sign up for a lifetime to last a certain amount of years on Zavijava. This lifetime contract length determination is dependent on what they want to learn or achieve during that life. So I'm told that the average lifetime contract length for Zavijavan lifetime is about 2,000 linear years. Zavijavans love to dance. I always see them dancing when in human form with their internal projections. I've yet to observe the golden orbs dancing. But they not only dance for fun, but it's also a preferred way for them to move energy around the body. So energy movement is important because they're always maintaining an internal energetic equilibrium. So frequently I see them half dancing, half walking, and they may just dance a bit while standing in place. And my Zavijavan Starseed Akashic record reading clients often love to dance in their earthly lives, or they'll intuitively jump around and move their bodies if they feel stagnant energetically. And this is something that their souls learned while having lifetimes on Zavijava. Now, this is not to say that these beings cannot be serious, should the situation call for it. They can and do become more serious at times, but it's rare. And again, they don't have much to worry about on their world. This planet does have a form of leadership. It appears they just have one leader versus a panel or a multi-member group. Their leader doesn't really act like he's much different than anyone else. He's not a dictator, nor have I observed him ordering others around. The other Zavijavans act comfortable around him, so no one seems intimidated. I'm told that in their society, the soul chooses to be the leader and has a term that lasts about 500 years. There's no concern for who is the leader because no one's out for themselves there. So there's no corruption or greed. It can't exist on Zavijava, partly because they don't need money and because their society is so high dimensional, everyone knows better. So Zavijava leadership is more like the one who is responsible for dealing with other planetary leadership when necessary. Their current leader was the one to welcome me and introduce me around when I first made direct contact with this group. Finally, Zavijava is also the power generator for the sacral chakra energies for all life in this universe, much like how Schedar is for the third eye chakra. It's interesting because, in my opinion, the third eye and the sacral chakra energies are opposites. This is not to say these two energies can't be complementary or that they are necessarily at odds with each other. I just see them as opposite ends of a spectrum. And if we look how life is structured on both Schedar and Zavijava, they are similar or complementary, but also opposite. Schedar is a non-physical alien race that lives exclusively as an outward projection, while Zavijava is a non-physical alien race that lives as an inward projection. Obviously, the Zavijavan lifestyle and their deep knowledge of how to remain enlightened makes them an abundant pleasure seekers. Their planet and the life existing there is tailor-made for the sacral chakra energies. Moral of the story is, if life has you down, be like the Zavijavans. I hope you enjoyed learning about this extremely unique and high-dimensional alien race. Any ET groups mentioned in this video that I've made videos about before will be linked below in the show notes. So what do you think about how they live on Zavijava? Do you see these parallels between how the beings on Schedar and Zavijava live and how their planets are structured? Can you fathom a lifetime like this? Let's discuss this in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, kindly subscribe to the channel and check out my other videos highlighting other previously unknown alien races in the universe. Should you want to have your Akashic record read by me, the link to the website is below. In the meantime, I love you all and welcome to a higher dimension.